So I've decided to do something a little bit different tonight. Instead of making my normal white ciders or brown ciders or honey ciders that I do, I've made fun of that when I use the apple juice, it kind of comes out as more of an apple wine. But in reality, I'm not really using the tannin or any of the acid blends to try to change the acid level in it. So I'm going to try the similar recipe to what I did for my strawberry wine, and that in the last racking I like the flavor of. I'm not going to use honey on this. I'm going to just use white sugar, but I'll use my yeast nutrient, an acid blend. Probably, I think I'm using 1 teaspoon of yeast nutrient, probably a half a teaspoon of the acid blend. I will use probably a half a teaspoon or a quarter teaspoon of wine tannin powder, or a half teaspoon of pectin enzyme, and then I'm going to use the EC-1118 yeast in it. I don't know how this will come out, but I figure I'll mix it up in this bottle and put an airlock on it and see where it goes from there. Alright, so I got everything in there. The tannin, the acid blend, the yeast nutrient, yeast, everything is nicely in there. Bottle is labeled, member mark EC-1118, and it's started on 3/17. I was going to show you a reading from the hydrometer, but as I was trying to sterilize it, I managed to break it in half. Seems it's a lot more fragile than I thought it was, so I'll have to get a new hydrometer and see if I can start actually measuring my gravity and seeing where things are. But for now, I'm just using the same amount of acid blend and tannin as I did in my strawberry, and we'll see how the apple comes out and see how different it is when I use the acid and tannin in there. And from there, I'll try to adjust and figure out what's good and what's not. So we'll see what happens with this.